Good morning.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Matthew, come up here. This is Matthew Shane, who's now going to fix this.
I can't hear it. 1, 2.
No. The band is good, aren't they?
Okay, guys, we're going to do our opening number.
And you're going to have my mic fixed by them, right? Yeah. Okay, good morning again. Everybody good? So we have a really amazing
Musical talent with us this morning.
About 7 years ago, I was the chair of the conference for CSL in Chicago. And as you can only imagine, if I'm in charge, I'm also in charge of the music. Even if you're the musical director, I'm in charge of the music. So the very first person I called and said, if we don't have her, we don't have a conference, was this woman. And we put so much of the conference around what she does naturally. So she's here today to take us to another level. So let me have you give a great Westlake love to Faith Rivera.
Good morning, aloha. You are all the fly girls and fly boys today, okay, Westlake?
I'm going to invite you to stand up.
Okay.
Let's stand up and really let your light shine.
Here we go. This little light of mine, what
Here
we
we
gonna
go.
do? I'm gonna let it shine, yeah. This little light of mine. Let me hear you. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, oh, let it shine, shine. Everybody sing it, shine, shine. You know you want to, shine, shine. Hey, all around the world, shine, shine, yeah. Everywhere I go, what are you gonna do this side? I'm gonna let it shine, that's right. Everywhere I go, oh yes, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, oh yes, said I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, oh let it shine, shine. Everybody sing it. Shine, shine, you know you want to, oh, shine, shine, hey, all around the world, shine, shine, follow after me, when there's light in the soul,
When there's light in the soul,
there is beauty in the person,
There is beauty in the person.
when there's beauty in the person,
When there's beauty in the person,
there is harmony in the home,
there is harmony in the home.
oh, when there's harmony in the home,
When there's harmony in the
there
home,
is honor in the nation,
there is honor in the nation.
when there's honor in the nation,
When there's honor in the nation.
there is peace in the world. No more living in fear. We're gonna let it shine. We're gonna let it shine. Come on, let me hear you. No more. No more living in fear. No way. We're gonna let it shine, shine. No more living in fear. No way. We're gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let it. Come on. Shine, shine. Everybody sing it. Shine, shine. You know you want to. Oh, shine, shine. be bright, be bold. Shine, shine, hey, hey, hey. Shine, shine your light for the world. Hey, hey.
Faith Rivera. Okay. Am I back? Okay, you have me now? Thank you so much. Yes, right?
Am I on?
Yes, okay. Okay, so how's that feel?
Are y'all shining?
All right, take a deep breath. I want to remind you all of the vision statement, which is, and repeat it with me, love only. It's not here anywhere. I'll just say. Oh, love only. Forgive everything. Remember who you are. Audrey led the most amazing meditation this morning. It just so grounded me, just so beautifully articulate and clear on what she was saying about loving only, that when you come from love, then everything else is handled. You don't have to forgive, because if you're you can't have to forgive something and love at the same time. If you're loving, forgiveness is done. But I like to say, when you remember who you are, it's all handled. Because if you remember who you are remember that you are love. So I'm going to bring up our practitioner today, Diane Brabant, and let's take that love and let's shine it on our world religions. I don't think there's well, that's actually not true. I was going to say, I don't know if there's any better time in our history as mankind if we need more love in the world. But you know what? It just goes through cycles. And we're in a cycle right now where we need a lot of love, don't you think? And so it's time for us to give love, not just to ourselves and to those closest to us, but to start really coming from love in a way that we recognize that we are every single person on this planet. There's no separation between us. In the remotest corner of the world that you've never heard of, there is somebody walking in that place today that is exactly who you are. So let's know that as we light the first candle for the Tao. And we celebrate the universal path of harmony. And the next candle is for the shamanic traditions, the primal spirituality of all indigenous people. And I can't help but honor and know that we have Faith here today from Hawaii, and very indigenous to that plot of land. The next candle we light is for Hinduism, which stands for knowledge, action, and devotion. The next candle is for Judaism, living by sacred law. And truthfully, while I always state that the laws are God is all there is and we live according to the law of cause and effect, the law that precedes both of those laws is the law of love. The next candle is for all forms of Buddhism, innate wisdom, loving kindness, and compassion. The next candle is for Christianity, all forms of Christianity. I heard someone say the other day that they didn't think Catholicism was Christianity. And I thought, that seems so strange to me, that even within Christianity, there seems to be a divisiveness. So it's up to us to recognize all forms of Christianity as one thing, which stands for Christ consciousness, which, let's face it, that's what we stand for. That's what we teach in religious science. The next candle is for Islam, which is the submission to the will of God as the highest calling. The highest calling, of course, being to love only. And then the Baha'i faith, unity and peace. I always used to say that if there was any other religion I was going to be, it would be Baha'i, because it is so universal in its scope and so loving in its nature. And the next candle is for all forms of new thought, mental healing through universal spiritual principles. And the final candle is for all that is yet to be known. We're actually a very young species, so who knows where we're really going to go with this thing called spirituality. But let's be open to whatever comes forth. And then the candle in the middle,
That's for you to use, to bring forth whatever you want into mind, for you to shine light on whatever it is that is in your heart to expand. So I invite you to take a deep breath as I invite Faith back up here. One of the things that we do in lighting this candle, if you can bring me down a little bit, one of the things we do in lighting this candle is we acknowledge that every one of these religions has at its center God. Now, what is God? It's a very good question. It seems different to all people, and yet it's not. And this beautiful woman has written a song called God Is. Diane, would you write it?
Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life. In and out and through me. There's me where I sing. God is where I dance. Joy lives in my feet. Where I live, beauty's flowing free. In and out and through me. It's me. Where I doubt, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort there. Where I seek, God is the answer. Here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak truth is, where I work, love is my career. Where I play, God is playing boldly. In and out and through me. As me.
God is all. God is the eternal energy, intelligence, and creativity of this universe. I am, we are, God in being, God in action, God in consciousness. I know that there is limitless love, intelligence, and creativity that is beaming in and through and by means of each of us. I am grateful for this sense of community, of love, of giving. So I know these words are manifest. I let go, let God, and together we say, and so it is. Where I am, where I stand, where I play, where I work and breathe and move and be, where I sing, where I dance, my dance, my dance, wherever I go, where I pray and take and give and live. God is life is loving. God is.
Faith Rivera. Oh my. So our theme this month. Come on out, Diane. Oh, you know what? Take mine. Put that away. Say something. Now it's on. Say it again.
Good morning.
And it's on. So our theme this month, what's our theme this month?
I live from
No,
love.
no, no. Our theme is love only. So the reason for that is because this is her first time up here. Give her, I mean with me, which is a big, shift. So, so all these people have been saying, you really should discuss this theme, this vision statement. You really should get into why love only, why. And they've been saying that for a year now. So this is going to be the next 3 months will be, that's what we're going to do. So this month is all about love only. And so the affirmation,
Now,
We are going to emphasize this, live this, and share it. So together, our affirmation is, I live from love, and I love my life. And we do want it a bit more enthusiastically, so let's do it again. I live from love, and I love my life.
Diane Brave. So, is anyone here for the first time today? If you are, raise your hand, put it up high. Okay, we have a gift for you. Where are the ambassadors? They have something to give you, to take with you. You may have to put your hands up again once they locate them and bring them in. So, oh, here she is. Do you have them? Okay, that's good. Raise your hand again. Here you go. Okay. So, every Sunday we come together as a spiritual community to do one thing, and that is what? You can answer me. To what? You're all like, I'm not answering. Every Sunday we come together to really remember one thing, that right where I am, God is, that was it, God is. Right where I am, God is. But you know what? I think the conversation really needs to be had. What does that mean? When we say God, God is probably the most beautiful word in the English language and maybe the most divisive word in the English language. And even in this audience today, I bet there are many people sitting here with very different ideas of what God is, what it means to say God, what it is to be a spiritual community. So we come here on Sundays to really to talk about this, but I think we also come here on Sundays to find our centers, to ground ourselves, to feel good about ourselves, to remember who we are. I know that's why I went. When I first heard Dr. Walker speak, I felt like someone had just suddenly cracked the code of English for me. that I understood every word that came out of his mouth, and I was like, I want that. I want to live that life. And I had just spent 3 years with Eric Butterworth, who was a brilliant bridge to David Walker. You know, because once I heard David, I went, that's what he was saying. So I think that's really why we are here, to just keep this thing going. So, you know, usually the special music is some big upbeat song or just a really powerful piece of music. But, and this is a powerful piece of music, but Faith Rivera wrote a song called Spirit Speaks that I've listened to, I can't tell you how many times since she first sent it to me, which was months ago. And in the last week, I've listened to it every day because I knew I would be following it. So I'm going to invite you not to just enjoy this song, not to just listen and hear this song. I'm going to ask you to live this song with her as she sings it, to really let the words and the music take you somewhere. Let it create an experiential for you. So let me bring Faith back up here. Do you need your stand, please? So, here she is, Spirit Speaks.
Spirit, speak to me. Come and dwell within my soul. Spirit, speak to me. And the peace that makes me whole. I am listening for the quiet, sacred presence I can see. Spirit, speak to me. Spirit, speak. In the middle of the muddle of life, I can see God is ever present, taking care of you and me, showing new beginnings. God is taking all my fear, as Spirit's voice tells me I am here. Oh, I am here. Spirit, speak to me. Come and dwell within my soul. Spirit, speak to me with a peace that makes me whole. I am listening for that quiet, sacred presence I can see. Spirit, speak to me. Spirit, speak. Doors have closed while others open wide in perfect time. Miracles embrace me when I walk. God's path is mine. In my life, in my work, let me be your work of art. As Spirit whispers to me, I'm everywhere you are. Just look within your heart. Spirit, speak to me. Come and dwell within my soul. Spirit, speak, speak to me with a peace that makes me whole. I am listening for that quiet, sacred presence I can't see. Spirit, speak, speak to me. Spirit, speak. Words of wisdom, words divine, words that lift this soul of mine. Words of hope and words of praise, words that brighten all my days, all my days. Spirit, speak, speak to me, come and dwell within my soul. Spirit, speak, speak to me with a peace that makes me whole. I am listening for that quiet, sacred presence I can't see. Spirit, speak, speak to me. Spirit, speak.
Just need a moment. So, there's a moment in that song where Faith writes that we have the opportunity to become the living work of art. I consider myself an artist. I've spent my whole life in the arts. And I consider myself a very successful person. I've succeeded at everything I really put my mind to. But there is one thing that I fail at occasionally, and that is the theme that we're going to use this month. And that is loving only. Only loving. Nothing else. And as you can imagine, there are a number of other things that creep into our days other than loving. Anyone? So to say love only, it's a nice sentence, it's a nice idea, it's sweet, it's a great vision statement. But to live it takes guts, it takes tenacity, it takes willingness, and it takes really knowing who you are, to not let anything else creep in. So when she starts singing this song, Spirit, speak, speak to me, we're not talking to a dualistic God somewhere. We're not talking to something out there. Come on, speak to me. We're really talking to ourselves, saying, get out of the way, everything else, and just speak truth through me. Let my mouth, let my words be the very vehicle and the very tools that bring love to this world, that understand, that is compassionate, that can see and hear what's going on, not judge, not get caught up in it for God's sake, but to allow something else to take place. So I think it's really important for us to understand what love is. If we're going to say love only, we need to know what it is, because way too often we think of love, when we think of love, we think of romance. You know, and I guess we can say that. You know, people talk about romance and the divine within us. But love is really so much more than romantic notions. love is an energy. Love is a vibrant energy. If we can get away from all the ideas that we know that God, what the word God means, what the word love means, even what the word energy means, there is this substance inside of me that lives me, that moves through me, that pushes through me. So much so that I can't help but feel its presence and feel its energy moving me through my life. And sometimes it is not just moving me, it is kicking me through my life. Anyone? I always talk about a nudge as never underestimate divine guidance and merging. Anyone ever feel a big nudge in their life? We had our young adult service on Friday night at Global 2 Center, and there were these women from Chicago that came and visited. And there was this woman, and she was this, what was her career? Something amazing. It was with working with people. And I looked at her and I said, don't you just feel like something is emerging? And she got all teary-eyed and she went, I do. I feel like something's emerging through me. I said, I think this whole universe feels it. Just are we awake to it? Are we willing to really, really be awake to it? So Ernest Holmes, if we're going to talk about love and understand love as an energy, as this driving force in our life, Ernest Holmes said this: the great love of the universe must be one with the great law of its own being. And we approach love through law. You've all heard the expression. How many of you have not heard the expression love and law? I mean, that's really what Ernest Holmes' entire career was about. His whole ministry, love and law. This is love and this is law, and they are one thing. You cannot separate them. When we say we use the law, no, we don't use the law. The law is inherent in the love itself. The law is inherent in my mind. I don't suddenly use it. It's using me 24/7. So, the great love of the universe must be one that with the great law of its own being, and we approach love through law. This then, he says, is the entire teaching. This is the entire teaching. Love and law. As the love of God is perfect, so the law of God is also perfect. We must understand both. And I fear that most of science of mind focuses on the mind, on the mental. What can I create? How can I? Well, I remember when I was a Buddhist. I was a Buddhist for a number of years, but I was a Broadway Buddhist. And there really was such a thing. We were called the Broadway Buddhists. And it was Michael Bennett, who, for those of you who don't know, he wrote, directed, choreographed Chorus Line. Choreographed Chorus Line. And Chorus Line literally changed the face of Broadway musicals from then on. All of a sudden, it was, all cards were off the table. You could do whatever you wanted on Broadway after Chorus Line. But Michael was a Buddhist. Nick Dante was a Buddhist who wrote the book to Chorus Line and the lyrics. Everybody at Marvin Hamlish at that time was a Buddhist. Everyone involved was a Buddhist. So the way you got to be in Chorus Line was go to the Buddhist meetings. And I will be very honest, that's the reason I went to my first Buddhist meeting. I was like, I'm going to meet them and I'm going to be a Broadway Buddhist on Broadway. And so I went and I got to know them all and I got my Gohanzen, but then I was kind of like attracted to it. I was like, wow. But I was attracted to it because we were like, unfortunately, the Western version of Buddhism was more about, what am I going to chant for? Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, get me that job, get me that job. And it was all about, what can I get? Maybe that was just me, but that's how I felt. And then I got into a chorus line, but not because I was a Buddhist, because I was talented. But I got into a chorus line, and what I noticed was that I was feeling empty with my spiritual practice. I was still going to Mass, by the way. While I was chanting, I was still at Mass on Sunday mornings, because God forbid, I mean, what would happen if I died? I'd go straight to hell for being a Buddhist, because I still had all those beliefs. I had to figure it out. So when Ernest Holmes says love and law, he's talking about understanding this not just as a mental practice to get things. That's not it. And unfortunately, they changed the name of the book. It wasn't The Science of Mind. That's not what that book was called. When he wrote it, it was The Science of Mind and Spirit. I don't know why they took and spirit off. Probably because it sold them. Right? Wouldn't you say, Steve? You know these things. Yeah, sure. So probably, though, it's a marketing thing. Get rid of spirit. A lot of people don't want to hear about that. Science of mind. But it's not. And he says it right here. You must understand love and law as one thing. He goes on to say, love points the way. Law makes the way happen. But what's great about that is love points the way. Here's what I have chosen. Here's my desire leading me. The law will make it happen. I don't have to get so involved and go crazy trying to make it happen. How many times have you tried to make something happen, and the more you try to make it happen, the further away it seems to go? That's because we're not trusting. We're not coming from this understanding, love and law. Here's my desire. The desire is coming from the truth of who I am, and everything needed for it is already there. That's how it works when we pay attention and actually surrender to it. So, understanding love is very important. And I would love you to spend the entire month trying to make that paradigm shift in your mind, away from love as something romantic, and even away from love as this idea that sometimes we get to and sometimes we don't get to. I would like you to really work your mind this month and your heart and your soul and your feelings and your emotions around the understanding that love is who you are. It's an energy. You can't breathe without breathing from love. You cannot exhale without exhaling from love. It's who you are. You don't have to work at it. It's truly who you are. That's one of our goals this month. The second goal is this. Not just loving as a choice, bless you, but to love what you do. Now I want you to think about your life, every aspect of your life. When I say love what you do, I mean from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep and all the time in between. Loving what you do. So if there's anything in your life that you do that you don't love to do, and I don't even mean like, I mean love. Why would we stop at like when we have the capacity to be in love with everything? Why would we stop at like? So loving what you do. That's the second thing I would like you to pay attention to this month. And really questioning yourself as you are living your life. Do I love this? Am I loving what I'm doing here? Now, you may not love taking the trash out. I do, but you may not love washing the dishes. You may not love cleaning. You may not love a lot of things in your life, but can you appreciate it from a place of loving it in a whole new way? First of all, you have trash to throw out. Love that, right? You have dishes to wash. You have the stuff to wash it with. You have water coming out of a faucet, unless you're like me and they keep turning it off because you're renovating your house. But you have all that most people on this planet, you take for granted. We take for granted. This should be an easy exercise, loving what we do. And then, number 3, and this is the one that I'm most intrigued by, loving what's being created at all times. You are in a very creative world. First of all, everything's creative. Mind is creative. Love is a creative force. So there is something being created at every moment, but we don't seem to notice. So spending the month paying attention to all the creativity around us, that which is being created, that which wants to be created. So that's what we get to do this month. Now let's talk about why this came up, love only. Well, and why I fail at it sometimes, and why you probably fail at it sometimes. I think when we don't know who we are, when we think we're something relative to who we've become, relative to what we do, relative to what we've learned, when we identify ourselves with all of that stuff, it's very hard to come only from love because all of that stuff has a history. Anybody here not have a history? We all have a history. And yet, it would be great if one of you, if any of us would say, I don't have a history. I am born again right now. That's, I think, what the born again thing is. You know, I'm born again through Jesus Christ. I understand that. And I even understand that from a very healthy perspective. I am born again through what Jesus Christ spoke. I am born again through the words and the actions that Jesus lived. I am born again through the Christ consciousness. I am born again because now none of that matters, and here's where I choose to start from and to start as. So love only is a big nut to tackle. That means you cannot judge me. That means you cannot allow yourself in any way, shape, or form to denigrate yourself. How many of you still hold grudges against yourself? How many of you still believe that you've done wrong things in your life? Well, you haven't. You've made choices, and maybe they weren't the best choices. Were they wrong? No, because you made them. They still got you right here where you are today. If we can love ourselves that way, if we can come from love in that way, and really love only, that means when someone, I love that Deepak Chopra, no, it's Don Miguel Ruiz, when he talks about take nothing personally, and he talks about that thing, if you are in a, I don't want to do his accent, I've never heard him speak. He says, if you are in a 7-Eleven and someone walks in and shoots you in the head, don't take it personally. Now you know you're living love only. But think about it. Are you really a part of that? Yeah, you ended up in that 7-Eleven. What do we teach? Everything that happens in your life you are equal to on some level. Now that doesn't mean, I want you to hear this, really hear this. I'm saying you are equal to. I am not saying you are responsible for. I'm not saying you're responsible for that happening in your life. No, it's not that. It's that you are equal to it. You have somewhere in some time landed in that energy. But here's the great news. In that moment, when you come from love, that energy dissipates. You can move right on to the next thing. And that's what really Don Miguel Ruiz is talking about. Not allowing yourself to let that stop you. How many of you in this room have something specific that if you really targeted it, you would identify it as the thing that has stopped you? I do a lot of spiritual counseling, and I hear all the things that stop people. The minute someone tells their story, there is a line, a string of incidents that stop them. Mothers tend to really come to the top of that list. How many of you have a mother that did that to you? I mean, that's what happened. Don't raise your hands. You know, I had a mother that did a lot to me. My mother was an alcoholic. You know, and so growing up as a child of an alcoholic from the age of, I think when she really started drinking, I was around 12 or 13. I literally became the mother of the family. Took care of everyone. That was my job. To make sure that the dinners were cooked. I loved cooking. To make sure the house was clean. To take care of my little brothers. I mean, that was my thing. But then I also had a father who was also an alcoholic, but he was kind of reining it in to give her birth. And then the minute she died, he turned to me and said, go. Go to New York. Do what you want to do. If you stay here, you will die here, and you will not succeed. Go to New York. I'll handle everything. And I did. I got on a train. I got on an Amtrak train to New York, and I never looked back. Went back a lot. I never looked back. And I don't blame my mother. I actually give her great credit for the life that she lived and for the obstacles she had to deal with because somehow she was equal to them. Same thing with my father. Same thing with all of my brothers. You know, that's coming from love. That's saying love only. I won't engage. Are you willing to say to yourself, I will not engage in anything that does not come from love? And mean it. And live it. Be willing to live it. Be willing to stand in your life and say love only. Now let me tell you what the benefits of this are going to be. You are going to, if you take this challenge this month, I guarantee you by the end of this month, you will be exhausted. But you will be exhausted in a good way. Like when you've just done this amazing work and you just look at it, you go, oh, I'm exhausted, but oh my God, look what I just did. You may be exhausted, you may be emotionally wrung out, but you're also going to notice what life looks like when you come from love and not fear, not hate, not depression, not defending yourself. Because that's the other part. You're going to have to stop defending yourself. Let them say what they say. Let people have their feelings, even about you. Even when they're wrong, because most of the time they are, right? Even when they're wrong, let them be wrong. Love only. And that doesn't mean turn into a Stepford wife. I love you no matter what you say. You can't hurt me because I love you. That's not love. That's getting back at them. Because now you're pissing them off because they can't hurt you. So it's coming from love in such a powerful way that at the end of the day, you're going to feel much lighter. You are going to soar when it comes to success. Because love is success in spades. nothing can stop your success when you are coming from love only. Your finances, gratitude is a prosperity magnet. When you are coming from love, you are opening the channels for love to come to you. Love is also money. Love is also prosperity. It's all of it. Creative expression. If you feel that there's something in you blocking you, yeah, it's because you're blocking love. That's all blocks are. You stopping that energetic flow from coming through you. So that's our job this month. That's why love only. And I must tell you, when I came up with this idea for our vision statement at the Grocery Center a few years ago, it wasn't like until a year later when I was really thinking about it that I thought, oh my, that's actually harder than I thought. You know, and people would say to me, I know that that's a lovely sentence, but how do you do that? You don't know my family. Because there's always a yeah but, isn't there? How many of you have yeah buts? Y'all do. Everybody has a yeah but. Yeah, I agree with this, but, you know, it's so funny, I'm going to tell on my husband. He said, when I came up with love only, forgive everything, remember who you are, he said to me, he says, you know, I understand that you're a minister, and I understand that for you, this is probably something you want to do. He said, but it's not so easy. He said, and I'm going to tell you what my thing is. Mine is love only, forgive everything, remember who they are. Notice he's not here today. I can tell you this story. But he doesn't mind me saying this because when he said it, he meant it one way, and I said, well, of course, you have to remember who you are, but that is indicative of remembering who they are. He said, it's not what I meant. I said, I know that's not what you meant. I know. We can turn anything around and say, yeah, but this person did me wrong. Not you, I don't even know you. This person did me wrong. So I can love only. I will love everyone, not him. How many of you have that going on? Right? So you got to have to even love those people. I was in a workshop once, and a woman stood up and talked about how she was married to a man for so many years, and he had caused some really horrible things for their child. And he was, it was Wayne Mueller, and he and his wife were doing the workshop. And you might have even heard that. I was at the cinema. And she asked him, how can you ask me to forgive? It was a workshop on forgiveness. And she said, how can you ask me to forgive him? How? And first I thought it was very interesting because he turned and says, I'm going to let my wife answer this. And so she took the mic and she walked down and I'll never forget it. It was so eloquent, so beautiful. And it made me think to myself, how could I ever hold any kind of unforgiveness with him after hearing this? And she just walked down and she said, you can never forgive everything. Ever. What separates the people from who we all are at the core of our being. And you can never even forgive the fact that this person doesn't know who they are. I understand that. And she went on to talk this woman through understanding the difference between what someone has done to you and the truth of who you are. And I watched this woman's face because I was close enough, and her face just got softer and softer and softer, and then she just started sobbing. So a couple days later, before we left the cinema, I saw her and I walked up to her and I said, thank you. That was really, really helpful to me. And she looked at me, she said, I don't know how they did it, but my heart is free. And it took me a long time to figure out how they did it, but really all they did was they were able to get her to let go of everything and start coming from love. Not that that is ever acceptable or something that has to be forgiven. That doesn't have to be forgiven. That's on the relative plane. We make our decisions on the relative plane, but we must live our lives from the absolute truth that I am love. So whatever you have going on in your life, whoever you have going on in your mind, whatever's going on in this world that you live in, you know, politics right now is so divisive. It is causing so many people to have so much hatred in their heart. And I just won't do it. I just won't do it. I see what's going on. I just won't do it. I trust and know. I come from the understanding that life unfolds perfectly, regardless, no matter what. So I want to close with a quote from Leo Vescovia. Do you all remember him? Right? His first book that he wrote, do you all know what the name of his first book was? No, that was his course, Love 101. But close. Who said that? Kelly say that? So his first book was just called Love. Yes, but his first book was called Love. That was all it was called, Love. And I remember being a young actor in New York City and seeing it in some bookstore and sitting down and reading it and just like sobbing, just crying and feeling like somebody gets it, somebody gets it. But here I am 40 years later, starting to get it. So, we have 30 days. You have 30 days to start the paradigm shift. I don't say you have to spend this whole week, this whole month being perfect at this. And if you're one of those type A personalities that has to be perfect at this directive this month, forgive yourself of that. Love yourself even though you are one of those personalities. Because I'm I used to be one of them. I'm still that. I still am that personality. But I forgive myself for it and I catch myself. So regardless of all of that, start the work. If you're sitting here today and you say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to love only. It's a day at a time. Actually, with love only, it's a minute at a time. It's a moment at a time. It's a second at a time. And catch yourself. When you catch yourself not coming from a loving place, just notice it. Say, oh, yeah. Okay. And then, I always love that thing, my first thought may not be on principle, but my second one is. So just know that. If your first thought isn't from love, make sure the second one isn't. If the second one isn't, make sure the third one is. And if the third one isn't, call a practitioner. And say, I can't do this. And figure it out. So that's what we're about to do. Leo Vescovia said, if one wishes to know love, one must live love in action. So start with my first point. Start understanding what love is in your life. Second point, start loving what you do. Love yourself for who you are, no matter what, and love what you do. And the third one, start really noticing all the creation, all the creativity that is around you. Be aware of it, celebrate it, love it, no matter what it is. Find the perfect place in your day, all throughout your day, to really notice, oh my God, that's love expressing itself. When you see a little bud on a plant that wasn't there yesterday, that's love expressing itself. When someone calls you and says something nice to you, that's love expressing itself. When you go to Starbucks and someone says, oh, go in front of me, I'm trying to figure it out. That's love expressing itself. Find those moments and then come from love. And I guarantee you, by the time we get to the end of this month, this sanctuary will literally have risen. You will be walking on a cloud. That's my promise. Thanks. All right, I invite you all to, thank you. Take a deep breath. So take a deep breath. I invite you to take out your contribution today, your investment, your tithe, your stewardship, your pledge, whatever you call it. Just call it something. Come on up, ladies. Can I also, because I want to start this right now. I'm going to start with my gratitude for the creativity of these two ladies here. And for the creativity of their outfits every Sunday. And heels, yes. Yeah, talk about Christ consciousness. That's like those heels.
Up higher.
Yeah. It does, it takes you higher. Exactly. Faith, you going to come up and join us? Oh, first we'll do the, first we'll do the offertory blessing. You ready? Here we go. Spirit in me is the open door to new ideas. Divine love flowing as me blesses and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive. In this moment, I enter a new life of prosperity and success, and so it is. This is a call and response.
It's not Michael Jackson. And you guys can go ahead and pass the plate. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Everybody now.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This healing, this healing, this healing day.
This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Thank you for the center, Spirit. Thank you for the center.
Thank you for the center, Spirit. Thank you for the center.
This amazing, amazing, amazing center.
This amazing, amazing, amazing center.
Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Everybody.
Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life.
My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful life.
My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful life.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
'Cause I'm so grateful.
Grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
Here we go. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend.
Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend.
My incredible, incredible, incredible friends.
Incredible, incredible, incredible friend.
Oh, and thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Everybody now.
Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health.
My vibrant, my vibrant, my vibrant health.
My vibrant, my vibrant, my vibrant health.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
'Cause I am grateful.
Grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
I am so grateful for this life, this amazing center, and the community that we all share with one another in love. I am grateful for these gifts that allow us to spread joy, hopefulness, certainty, consciousness, and love throughout this community, our lives, and the world. So with gratitude, I accept, I enjoy, and all of life and love is manifest. So it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Everybody now.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Oh, this healing, this healing, this healing day.
I want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
'Cause I'm so grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
Now we're just going to say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're loud.
Thank you.
Thank you. One more.
Thank you.
And then all together.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, we have a few announcements for you this morning. Here we go. Texas Hold'em poker tournament. So, do you want to come up here, Kelly? That's so funny. You're going to talk about Texas Hold'em. Just stand up for a minute, Nancy Joe. Nancy Joe is from Amarillo, and you're going to know that as soon as you say hello.
Howdy.
I just want to say real quickly that if you look around the sanctuary, it's absolutely amazing to me what's going on here. You see this place lit up. I just feel really blessed to be a part of this. Please give a hand to Dr. James for everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
On to our poker tournament. Guys, we really need support around this. So if you have the ability and the availability to be here Friday night, June 16th, please come and enjoy this event with us. Texas Hold'em Poker Tournament, we did the first one last November. A brand new player won that, Cynthia Bingson, our very own. won that tournament. It's not required that you be an experienced player or anything like that. See me downstairs today. I will be taking sign-ups today. You have until, it's a $75 buy-in for that tournament. $60 if you do it before, on or before next Sunday. Next Sunday, May 14th, May 15th, that will go to $75 for everybody. If you're from Global Truth, please come and play with us. Come out and have fun with us. We have an absolute blast, and we could certainly use your support. It's a great fun, and it's a great fundraiser for the center. Thanks so much.
I think Global Truth Center already has like 15 people signed up. That's
Fantastic. Bring them on.
Apparently they're all betters.
But you also, don't you win like $100,000 the winner?
Very much like $100,000. It's either $100,000 or 2 nights in Vegas.
Which could turn into $100,000.
Very easily.
Yes, I know. Very good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Tree of Life. See Larry Price and Dodie to purchase. Oh, those are the greeting cards. Greeting cards, right? They're gorgeous. Yes, greeting cards. I said that right, right? Tree greeting cards. Okay, next. Okay, so we've been going to Guatemala for the last 3 years. This will be our 4th year in Guatemala. It's called Casa Guatemala. It is an orphanage for around 400 Guatemalan children. It's in the rainforest, and I take a group of people every year. One of my church members at Global Truth Center, it's his place he brought to me, and then we've been doing this ever since 2 years ago. I go myself. My daughter went with me last year, and now she said I have to go. So it's an amazing place. And what we do is we do something for them every year. Last year we built them an arts and crafts center. The year before we had to dig out a number of the bedrooms that had been fallen during the hurricane. So we do, the year before that, we planted pineapples, an entire field of pineapples, which was great because the next year we ate them. So it was really good. And it's just an amazing place. Anyone who would like to go, talk to me. It costs around $1,500 for the airfare, to be there, all your meals, all the transportation, because you fly into Guatemala City, but then it's a 5-hour bus ride into the, I'm making this really appealing, isn't it? 5 hours into the rainforest, which is an amazing trip, and literally every day you wake up in the middle of a rainforest, and they take you on a boat through the rainforest to the orphanage. It's one of the highlights of my year every year. So we will be asking you to help us raise the money. This year we are building them a place for them, a store for them to sell their arts and crafts so that they can start be self-sustaining. They can start selling their things to all the visitors that come to see the orphanage. And we're doing go back. And we're doing, can you go back? Yes. And we're doing a concert here on, there we go, on June 17th called La Musica, somebody say that, which means love and spirit and peace. Thank you. But it's going to be people from the Global Truth Center, people from here. I have a guest star that I've asked to come. I'm waiting to get her availability. And it will be an amazing concert here in our sanctuary, which is $25 for adults, $15 for students, and all of that money will go to Guatemala. So there you go. Okay. This summer, I will teach a 4-week course, and I've been really thinking about this, and I've decided to do it on Mark Nepo's book, The Exquisite Risk. So it'll be 4 weeks, July 11th to April 1st, 7 p.m. here in the sanctuary. And I'll ask you to read the book beforehand. Read the book before I start the class, and then we will be taking the elements of the book. It's an amazing book. Yeah. How many of you have read Mark Nepo's Exquisite Risk? Tree. Okay, good. So good. This is going to be a great book for y'all to read. And if you want to really live on the edge of your life and jump off and take risks, this is the opportunity. Okay, is that it? I think that is it. Good. Okay. So Faith, come on up here. Oh, kids, come on in. Yes, you can come in too. And can I get the practitioners up here as well? Hi. Hey, what did you learn today? Tell them. You can hold it. Go ahead.
We learned like and love, just love.
Just love. You mean like only love?
Yeah.
Love only?
Yeah.
Can you say that? Say love only.
Love only.
What would that be like? Do you think you could live your life that way?
Yeah.
Where you just love everybody?
Yeah.
I know, it's easy, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay, you got to tell them about what's on your head.
This thing is a bunch of balloons.
What's it represent?
It's just a fairy thing. It's on my head.
So what did you do today?
We played a game. Like you had to jump on either side of a line, and one side was like something. Say like one side was popsicles, and then the other side was like and then like you would pick the one you liked the most.
Oh, so it teaches you choice between popsicles and popcorn.
Or something different.
Okay, good. And you? Did we make this dress too? Okay, you didn't make the jacket though. Please tell me you did not make that jacket.
Basically it's the same. And there's like a line of tape and someone, the person would be at the front saying one thing on that side and the other on that side, and someone would go to the side that they want to go on.
So teaching you choice, that you have choices in life. Good, that works for me. We should all play that sometime. Yeah. Okay. So I invite you to take a deep breath. Give me some beautiful music here. So I'm so grateful for all the practitioners up here. I want you to know Steve Rayban is our congregant practitioner today. He will be in the practitioner room for you. And if you would like to speak or talk to him or work through anything, if one of those niggly things that came up in your mind feels like they're going to be a problem for you to love only, go let him get rid of it. Find him in there and just let him love you only. So what I know is that this day is perfectly appointed for each one of us. Well, all of us are here on purpose, as purpose itself. This was a divine appointment that you made a long time ago, and you showed up for it today. Life will never be the same. For love has been given wing. Love has been given passage through each of us to do its great work. I am so grateful for this, so grateful to Faith Rivera for bringing her audacious love to us this morning, guiding us, leading us to understand what God is, to let Spirit speak as each one of us. This is an amazing opportunity, and a beautiful month before us, and then a beautiful rest of our lives to live from this truth of our life. So I just step aside and let this be so. As together we all say, and so it is. So I invite you to stand up. We're going to go out with another song by Faith Rivera called Together.
Do we have lyrics for this? I think we do.
All right.
But it's usually, mostly it's a call and response. So listen to her, just repeat whatever she says.
Okay.
Even if she says the wrong words, we're going to repeat
I
them.
can't be wrong. Right? Did we just do that? Okay, so here we go. Let's be right. Together,
Together,
we take
we take
a stand
a stand
for love.
for love.
Together,
Together,
we make
we make
a change
a change
for good. Together,
together.
we break
We break
the chains
the chains
of sorrow.
of sorrow.
Together,
Together,
we live
we live
the truth.
the truth, the truth, the truth.
Together,
Together,
we raise
we raise
our voice
our voice
for peace.
for peace.
Together,
Together,
we sing
we sing
and jump
and jump
for joy.
for joy.
Together,
Together,
we move
we move
groove, and dance, together, we live the truth, and here's the truth, in every part of me there's a part of you, oh yeah, alright, and when I'm loving me, I'm loving you, oh yeah, alright, today we live the truth, and the future's bright, oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, we oh. Together, we walk, our talk, with spirit, together, we boldly share our dreams. Together, we share a life of freedom. Together, we live the truth. Oh yes, 'cause in every part of me there's a part of you. Oh yeah, alright, and when I'm loving me, I'm loving you. Oh yeah, alright, today we live the truth, and the future's bright. Oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, together, we take a stand for love. Together, we make a change for good. Together, we break the chains of sorrow. Together, we live the truth. Everyone sing the truth. In every part of me, there's a part of you. Oh yeah, alright, and when I'm loving me, I'm loving you. Oh yeah, alright, today we live the truth, and the future's bright. Oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, the future's bright. Oh, we oh, we oh, we oh, the future's bright. Oh, we oh, we oh, we oh.
Have a great Sunday, everyone.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, and